One of the things that I remember mostly, the first time I called Jorgensen, and I mentioned the project, and Jorgensen just went into this incredible spiel about how he had seen Van Halen at the Coliseum. I think.
Oh, wow.
He said it was one of the first concerts he went to, and we all know that Jorgensen doesn't have to take a backseat to anybody when it comes to guitar playing, and he was just so unbearably excited. I mean, it was like it was like really neat to hear him, because my knowledge of music isn't anywhere near what his is. One of the other things I kind of want to mention on the album, there's two instrumentals. One by David Grisman, who's one of the primary instrumentalists.
Yeah, I grew up listening to David Grisman.
David Grisman and Sons.
And Sons,
Hot for
Sam
Teacher.
and Monroe Grisman. But I didn't know Grisman was going to turn in an instrumental. But the other thing I was listening to today, which we don't get a lot of talk about, but one of our favorite producers,
Dennis Kaplinger,
did a hell of a job on Eruption.
Eruption. Which I remember that was kind of a last minute thing that got included. And I remember you saying, "What do you think a bluegrass version of Eruption is going to sound like?" I'm like, I have no clue what the hell that's going to sound like, but I'm very curious. And it turned out really amazing, fascinating at first, and I think it's a great piece.
For those, and I'm speaking to the audience, the viewers out there watching this, but a 5-string banjo solo interpretation of the great guitar work of all time, Eruption, and what fun it is. And you're right, Dennis Kaplinger did just a great job. Yeah.
I hate to destroy the impression, but I believe Kaplinger had to use a 6-string banjo because it was because there were notes that he couldn't reach with the 5.
I know Lisa and Jim. I think you have a fond memory of this. I do for sure. But we went up to Ojai, California. It was time to master the album, and we chose an industry legend, Doug Sax, the late Doug Sax. I'm sorry to say he passed away.
Yeah.
Not a little while back. I want to say a year and a half or 2 years ago. And Doug Sax was a true industry legend, mastering engineer. I want to say, just to name one album, Pink Floyd's The Wall, if I'm not mistaken. But the list goes on and on of rock albums that we all love. And we sat up there with Doug and his lieutenant, mastering engineer. I am forgetting his name right now. And we had the best time getting to know Doug Sax. And of course, Doug this was quite a mastering mission for people interested in the record making process. Yeah. We've got these tracks coming in from all different sources.
Very disparate elements.
Yeah, different mixing engineers, different studios. And of course you want the record to have a cohesive sound and and just you want to bring everything together. And that's what Doug did. And we sat with him and watched him do his thing in that Ojai studio where he'd been working, I'm sure, for quite a few years after relocating from Los Angeles. Well, it was a landmark project for CMH Records.
Totally.
Jim, thank you again.
Thank
Lisa,
you, Jim.
Thank you, James. Thank you. And Peter Wallach, and of course others helped. Our art director at the time, I want to say it was Marcel, not our art director. I want to say the artist was Marcel.
Yeah,
Marcel Blanco did the work on this record. Yeah.
And
some package.
So as usual, tremendous team effort, and it all came together into a record I know that we were proud of then. We've been proud of since then, and certainly the 10th anniversary, which I guess is it July? Is it no? It's June.
June 6th.
June the 6th.
June the 6th, 06.
Yeah.
And I was told earlier that it charted number 66 on the Billboard Country chart.
Wow. Yeah.
6666666.
Strummin with the Devil.
Strummin with the Devil. A great album.